Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. A man was arrested in Yucca Valley for suspicion of burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and more charges after an attack on an ex-girlfriend. On Friday at around 9:45 p.m., sheriff's deputies responded to a call from a woman reporting that her ex-boyfriend, identified as Ivan Aguilar, had broken into a residence on the 7300 block of Dumosa Avenue in Yucca Valley and was preventing her from leaving. According to a report from deputies, Aguilar, who is known to carry a knife and was under the influence of alcohol, threw a rock through a sliding glass door in the victim's home and entered without permission. The report indicates that, upon entering, Aguilar held her against a wall and threatened to hit her with a metal flashlight. Deputies report that Aguilar fled on foot through a back alley. The victim was injured by broken glass but refused medical treatment. Deputies were able to locate and arrest Ivan Aguilar for suspicion of burglary, criminal threats, vandalism, assault with a deadly weapon, and false imprisonment. At last night's meeting, the Yucca Valley Town Council introduced a new employee, Yolanda Perez, Administration Assistant in Code Compliance, and received the Grubstake Days Update Report from Wanda Statham, President and CEO of the Morongo Basin Chamber of Commerce. Reporter Hillary Sloan was at the meeting and is here to fill you in.
The Grubstake Day celebration, partly financed by the town of Yucca Valley, is a much-loved and anticipated event held over the Memorial Day weekend. The Grand Marshal for this year's parade will be the Morongo Basin Historical Society, and the theme is Old-Timers. Jessica Rice, Yucca Valley Senior Management Advisor, presented the update report on SB 1383, the Green Waste Bill established by the state of California. Regulations require education and outreach on organic recycling to all residents and businesses. Because of the education requirement, the town is extending its contract with Tripepi Smith, a marketing and consulting services provider. The construction contract with American Asphalt South, Inc. for the Measure Y town-wide crack seal project was also reviewed and filed. Council also received the Planning Division annual report, and the Aquatic and Recreation Center color palette and materials will be presented before the next council meeting on March 21st. Between 5 and 5:30. For more information, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Hillary Sloan.
The Yucca Valley Airport District Board of Directors meets in regular session tonight to discuss fencing security, communication protocols, and signage updates. The board will also discuss job descriptions for the roles of airport manager and treasurer. The meeting is open to the public and will be held at the Yucca Valley Senior Center at 6:30 p.m. The Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert will be hosting a Cookies with Cops event in partnership with the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Department tomorrow afternoon. This will be open for the community's youth and families to come hang out, have a snack, and play some games with our local Sheriff's Department. Sheriff's vehicles will be available for exploration as well. Everyone is welcome at this event, which runs from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert, located at 56525 Little League Drive in Yucca Valley. The Mojave Desert Land Trust has retained and renewed its Land Trust Alliance accreditation, a rigorous process with an organization that helps protect 20 million acres of land across the United States. With more, here's online news editor Robert Hayden.
The Land Trust Alliance is an independent organization with 950 land trust members across the country. The process of receiving the accreditation looks at a land trust fiscal accountability, organizational leadership, and land stewardship. The MDLT says that being a nationally accredited land trust is a sign of their commitment to conservation excellence. And since being founded in 2006, they protected more than 120,000 acres of land throughout California, with a large majority right here in the Morongo Basin. The Land Trust Alliance Accreditation Commission noted that the MDLT has an extraordinary commitment to excellence, trust, and permanence in land conservation, and singled out the Women in Science Discovering Our Mojave, or WISDOM program, as a commendable scientific internship experience. You can read more about the Mojave Desert Land Trust, its programs, and the Land Trust Alliance at this link at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
The town of Yucca Valley has opened applications for nonprofit funding. The initiative, which is part of the Measure Y Partnership Funding Program, is designed to provide funding to local nonprofit and community groups who provide programming and service to the local community. A total of $100,000 is available as funding to community groups and will be awarded by the Town Council. To apply for funding, please call 760-369-7207 or use a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. The application deadline is March 17th. And finally, the Yucca Valley Youth Commission invites all community members to a spring dance on Saturday at the Yucca Valley Community Center. There will be dancing to live music by the Hot Rod DeVilles, door prizes, and light refreshments and desserts served by the teens of the Youth Commission. The event is free of charge to guests over the age of 55, and younger guests will pay a $5 admission fee. The Youth Commission invites teens and their families to treat their grandparents to this fun community event, which begins at 6 p.m. on Saturday at the Yucca Valley Community Center. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.